Simon, how's Ben Brown looking? How's his back?
Yeah, look, we're confident that he'll be right to go. He had a pretty strong session over the weekend, but he's got to get through training today. So, we're confident that he'll get through and be available for selection. That's going to cause us a few headaches with what we do with our team. Clearly we've got a group of tools that are in good form, so we'll have to make some decisions, but we need to get a really good handle on our group today. It's obviously a short turnaround from Perth, so we won't rush into any decisions today. We'll just get a good handle on them and make some decisions probably tomorrow.
Nice problem to have for you.
Yeah, it is. It's really healthy. You saw what Tommy McDonald did last week, an ability to go back to VFL footy and then come back into AFL footy and play some really strong footy for us. And all those forwards are doing fantastic jobs. Jacob Van Ruin, Ben Brown's been in really good form before he went out of the team, and Harrison Petty's done well. So we'll have to have a good look at what that looks like and the best mix for us and make some decisions.
Does it mean you might be a bit more cautious with Brown, like you can afford to, I guess?
Oh, look, we were fairly cautious with him last week. He probably could have got up by the end of the week, but we didn't want to take that risk and put him on the plane to Perth. So we gave him a really good training session back here in Melbourne, and we're pretty confident that he'll get through training today and be available to play.
Simon, what have you made of Van Ruin's first couple of games?
Oh, look, he's been exciting. He's delivered everything we thought he would deliver. He provides an enormous contest for us. His work rate's been first class, and he's given us a really good aid in the second ruck. So it's been really positive in the way he's gone about his footy, and we're excited about what he continue to bring to our footy team. He's a player that's really embraced our footy club and one we think's got a really big future.
Do you think a lot of that is the way that you've handled him? Obviously, keeping him back, letting him develop at that lower level?
Yeah, look, we've been really patient, Katie. There's no doubt about that. We wanted to make sure his game's right for AFL footy, and that's one of the great challenges of young players that come into your system. And we've been really fortunate at VFL level with the Casey Scorpions that we've had a really strong AFL side. We've been able to develop our players, and you see them come in, whether it be Jacob Van Ruin, Cade Chandler, Judd McVie. These type of guys are coming in and having impact at AFL level, and we've been patient with Jacob. We've held him back. We've made sure he's got his game in great shape, and hopefully we'll start to see the rewards this year.
How are Hibbert and Lever looking after little injuries the other day?
Yeah, look, Hibbo won't get up. He's had a sore Achilles for a couple of weeks, and we're just going to make sure we get that right. We don't need to be taking a risk with a player of Hibbo's age at this stage of the season. So we've got to make sure we get that one right. We'll assess Jake later in the week, where we'll make sure that he's right to go, but we'll certainly make an assessment today. He won't do much today. He'll probably train later in the week, and we'll be able to make that call then.
James Harms, any chance to come back?
Yeah, look, he's back at the club this week. It's fantastic to see him. He's got a smile on his face. He's ready to go. He's eager to get back into footy, and he'll play VFL footy this weekend. So that's great for our footy club to get him back involved and get him back playing. And we need a really healthy James Harms pushing for selection and getting back in our side. He's a quality player that we need playing some really strong footy for us.
Can you play Tom McDonald, Jacob and Ben Brown in the same side?
Yep, sure can. If you just go back over the last 3 years, we've generally played with three tools in our forward line for the majority of our time as a footy club. Tom and Ben have pretty much had some chemistry together for 3 years now, and Jacob will just add to that. So there's no doubt all those guys can play together. We're not scared of that at all. We generally play a stronger brand of footy when we've got the three tools functioning in our forward half of our ground.
Playing in Adelaide this week, I guess it's nothing new, playing on neutral turf against a Victorian side these days, but what do you make of the concept of gather round and the fact that you're playing a double header with Port Adelaide, one of the home sides, afterwards? I guess it'll be a pretty big crowd.
Oh, it's exciting. Not too often you're playing a curtain raiser, but that's us this week. So, we're looking forward to that. I think it's just an exciting concept. It's something the AFL have wanted to have a go at and get all the teams in one state. And I think it's exciting for the state of South Australia. I'm a South Australian boy growing up, and I know how much passion they have around the game of footy and how much it will bring life to the city of Adelaide. And I'm sure they'll put on a great spectacle. It's exciting for all the clubs to be in one venue together, putting on a great spectacle for the supporters in the state of South Australia, and I think it's a concept that we're going to see moving forward. There's going to be plenty to do for people that go over there. I think, seeing some of the wineries and through the McLaren Vale and the Barossa, I think they'll be a real highlight for people.
Simon, is there any concern about Adelaide Oval holding up with 6 games on it? I know you're on the Saturday, but particularly the games on the Sunday?
I think the weather forecast isn't great, so there's always that little bit of concern, but hopefully that doesn't detract from what the spectacle will be. We're the 3rd game, so I'm pretty sure the surface will be in pretty good shape. But you're right, it is going to be a bit of a challenge. I think everyone will be wishing that we don't get too much rain and the ground will be able to hold up. But 6 games is a lot of games on one ground, so we'll just have to wait and see at the end of the round. But I'd hate for that to be the talking point as we come out of Gather Round. I think hopefully the talking point will be what a great spectacle it was and how good it was for South Australia.
You've got a pretty good record at Adelaide Oval as well. Does that mean much going into this week? Or do you enjoy playing there?
Yeah, look, we love Adelaide Oval. It's a ground we've had some success on previously. We've played a final there. We played a home final there against Brisbane a few years ago, which is a strange thing to say, but it's a ground where we sort of adapt a different way of playing at times when we play at Adelaide Oval, and it's something that we're pretty conscious of as we head towards this game against the Bombers, who are in some really good form. So we're going to have to prepare well and really come over and play our best footy.
What have you made to their start under Brad Scott, and have you got enough of a sample size now to get a handle on how they're playing footy?
Yeah, look, they're competitive and they're highly resilient. In all their games they've been in, they've been able to find a way to either impact the scoreboard or find a way back into the game. So they're competing really strongly. They've got some quality players through the middle of the ground, and they've been a really resilient footy club under Brad Scott. So we know the challenges they're going to be in front of us. They're a different team, and we're looking to put ourselves against that and look forward to that challenge. We certainly feel like we're a different team as well this year in terms of the way we play and the challenges that we'll bring opposition, and we'll be looking to bring Essendon as many challenges their way as much as they give us.
Jake Stringer looked like he was nearly back to his best last week. What have you got in store for him?
Well, he's a pretty handy player. There's no doubt about that. They're a different team when he's playing. He's very dynamic. So we've got some plans in place for Jake. We've got to make sure that he's one player that we do look after and make sure he's taken out of the game. He's too good a player just to have 8 to 10 scoring shots in a game of footy. He's going to hit the scoreboard and he's going to provide energy. So we've got to make sure we take that away from him.